Our friend Ravi did such an amazing job breaking down the engineering design process. It really is such an amazing thing that he came and talked to us today. And so hopefully you saw that there is this strong correlation between design thinking and this engineering design process. And so we put our own spin on this engineering design process model, and we've outlined 7 steps that we would like all of our participants in the competition to use. So really this challenge is, one of the goals is for all of you to get practice using this type of thinking and applying a model like design thinking, like the design process here. So in summary, he talked about engineering design being a process, it being iterative, and it being innovative, right? And this iteration word just means that you're going to be going through each of these steps over and over and over again. So you're not just going to walk through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 one time. You're going to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 2 to 5 to 2 to 4 to 3 to 5 to 1. Did I make my point? You're going to be going through it over and over again. And so you want to anticipate that as you're moving through the competition. And in doing that, you're really improving your idea and continuing to grow as a collaborator, and it's going to be great. And then innovation, really kind of thinking about things in new ways and applying your team's genius to improve on what we already do and know, and potentially to come up with something totally radically new to solve a real world problem that's really affecting our community, like this COVID-19 thing. All right, so that's that. Oh, what I wanted to share with you all is that this next upcoming week, every day we're going to have a new video on each one of these steps. So once you get set up in your Google Classroom, our friend Jake, he's going to go ahead and open up a video every day next week, so that our next scheduled event together, when we talk about the engineering design process and we talk a little bit more about what this looks like specifically for your team and the problem category that you guys want to work in and your problem statement, you'll have a little bit more detailed information about what to do as you move through this process. Okay, so you can look for all of those videos in our class stream as announcements. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so one of the things that each person in this competition will have to do is keep an engineering notebook. So we have a group of engineer experts that we have been consulting with and hacking their brains to come up with a list of all of the materials that we would like you to include in your notebook. So the notebook is really a documentation tool. It's a record of all of your group thinking, all of your questions, ideas, sketches, tests, calculations, all of that goes in your engineering notebook. But each person will have to maintain their own notebook. We do ask that it is a hardbound physical notebook. We've had questions about students, participants having spiral bound or even digital notebooks. And for this competition, yeah, we ask that it be a physical notebook. And thank you, Gail. I see she wrote in the chat that Next Tech will be providing the notebook, so that's awesome. If for any reason you have trouble using that, a composition tablet works great. So in your notebook, you're going to be recording your process as you work through the engineering design steps. You're also going to be documenting your progress chronologically. So each day that you do work on your project, you're going to be titling and dating each one of your entries. Your notebook will have each one of the pages numbered so that we can keep track of your progress throughout the competition. You are going to be turning in your engineering notebook at the end of the competition. So this is something that you want to keep in mind, that we are going to be seeing in some way, shape, or form your notebook. Okay, and we'll give you more details on how to turn that in and what we're looking for in terms of the end product later on as we move through the competition. We also have created a video which gives you more pro tips from our engineer friends. So keep your eyes open for that. It will be posted in Google Classroom. And I think with that,
Lisa, yes. We have one question. Very enthusiastic person that said, look, I've already taken down a ton of notes just from today. Awesome. I don't have my notebook yet. Can I just attach those notes to the FishTank notebook when it arrives?
You totally can. And one of our pro tips is that you don't want to have loose papers just building up in your notebook. So you want to find some way to mount that into your notebook and just make sure that in your table of contents, you've accounted for today's notes. But that's a great question. And yes, you can include any of the work or ideas that you've already been putting together into your notebook.
Do you want to also talk about meeting minutes and the collaboration teamwork component that they will include in there?
Yeah, so the meeting minutes, when your groups get together and you're hashing out ideas and you're asking questions, you want to have some, either one of you or all of you keeping minutes of each one of your meetings. So that's just a record of what you say and how long you guys meet, as a way for us to know that you guys met and you talked about certain things. And meeting minutes is going to be one of the components that our judges are going to look at just to check on you guys working together over the next couple months. Does that sound all right? So meeting minutes, basically you want to include who is attending your meeting. You want to include how long you meet and basically anything you guys talk about, and any new ideas and questions that come out of that meeting. Okay. And we, again, go over that in a little bit more detail in our training videos. So, but thanks, Lenny.